On the news tonight, reps seek more funding for defense intelligence agencies. Osun State Governor promises farmers-friendly policies to boost food security. And on the foreign scene, dozens killed as clash between army and paramilitary group intensifies in Sudan. Good evening, the major reports. I am Babatunde Panwoko. House of Representatives Committee on Defense has stressed the need for more funding for the Defense Intelligence Agency. Committee Chair Babajimi Benson spoke when he led members on the maiden oversight to headquarters of the Defense Intelligence Agency in Abuja. Benson said the Defense Intelligence Agency is central to the security architecture of the nation, and the visit underscores importance to intelligence-driven approaches in addressing multifaceted security challenges. He said there are 3 intelligence agencies in Nigeria: the DSS, NIA, and TIA. Having looked at the budget of the 3, the committee believes DIA should be getting more because it does not only cover internal security, which has allowed the armed forces to come in, but also provide intelligence from Nigeria and outside Nigeria. The DIA is the only agency wearing those 2 caps. DSS is just Nigeria, NIA is foreign, but DIA does both. However, considering the budget of the 3 agencies, it is shocking DIA gets the least. The committee's visit was to see what the DIA have done with the little they have, while looking at how to ramp up what they get for them to be at par with what the DSS and NIA get. In the meantime, Osun State Governor Senator Adeleke has said his administration will continue to put in place farmers-friendly policies so as to ensure food security in the state and encourage the maximum involvement of youth and women in agriculture. Governor Adeleke stated this at the flag-off ceremony of the statewide Imole Agropreneur Model Project as part of the activities marking its 2nd anniversary in office in Mesile. Governor's Office correspondent Oluwatobilobo Dunuga has the details.
In a landmark initiative marking the 2nd anniversary of his administration, Governor Adeleke flagged off the Imole Agropreneur Model Project. The project launch, held in Mesile, Obokori State constituency, was attended by community leaders, government officials, and stakeholders from the Jesha North Federal constituency. Speaking at the event, Governor Adeleke highlighted the holistic nature of the initiative, stating that the Imole Agropreneur Youth Project is not just about providing tools, it's about equipping the youth and women with the skills, training, and mentorship to achieve sustainable success in agriculture. He further outlined the project design, which mandates each local government to allocate at least 1,000 hectares of land for mechanized farming, complemented by extension services and technical support, emphasizing the integration of off-taking programs to connect agripreneurs with buyers, ensuring financial viability. The governor further urged stakeholders to adopt a business-oriented approach, adding that the initiative is built on a strong public-private partnership model and communal ownership, ensuring its sustainability and impact.
Our vision is to revolutionize agricultural practice in Osun State, enhancing productivity and improving the standard of living for our people. To actualize this vision, I have directed each local government area to allocate a minimum of 1,000 hectares of land for mechanized farming and local empowerment.
Earlier in his welcome address, the Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Security, Otobatola Fashe, recommended the governor's transformative strides in the agricultural sector, adding that Governor Adeleke has laid a solid foundation for agro-mechanization and prosperity in the state. The Commissioner also underscored the symbolic importance of the agripreneur scheme, saying the cleared lands allocated to agripreneurs marks the beginning of a new era for agriculture in Osun State.
I'm happy to inform you, Your Excellency, that due to the honor and respect our people have for the administration, the local government are yielding to this clear call, putting in and boosting agricultural production and improving the living conditions of the people, and also making it possible for the industrialization of the state, which you have set as one of your 500 data at the inception of your administration.
In his remarks, the Owa Oyi of Imesile Oba Enoch Akinyemi Oyoyo II, who conferred the Kiriji icon of Yoruba land title on the governor, appreciated the good works of Governor Adeleke's administration in the state. The monarch added that the recognition conferred on the governor is to celebrate Governor Adeleke's significant contribution to the state development over the past 2 years. The highlight of the event was the symbolic allocation of cleared lands to agropreneurs, a gesture that encapsulates Governor Adeleke's administration's commitment to empowering local farmers and promoting agricultural excellence in the state. It has been Uluwa Tobiloba Odunuga reporting.
Governor Adeleke has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to implementing policies aimed at promoting environmental conservation, combating climate change, and advancing ecotourism in the state. Governor Adeleke stated this at the official handing over of Oba Hill Forest Reserve as a national park to the federal government of Nigeria at the ESCO chambers of the Osun State Government Secretariat. Governor's Office correspondent Oluwa Tobiloba Odunuga has the details.
Enhance environmental conservation in Nigeria, the Osun State government, under the leadership of Governor Adeleke, has officially handed over the Oba Hills Forest Reserve to the federal government for transformation into a national park. The event held at the ESCO lounge of the governor's office marks a milestone in the state's effort to preserve biodiversity, mitigate climate change, and boost ecotourism in the state. In his address, Governor Adeleke highlighted the ecological and economic significance of the Oba Hills Forest Reserve, spanning 4,225 hectares across Iwo, Ejigo, and Olaoluwa local government areas, adding that the site hosts unique biodiversity and 5 iconic hills. The governor, who bemoaned the degradation caused by human activity, commended the state's partnership with the Nigerian Conservation Foundation (NCFY) for identifying the urgent need for restoration and upgrading to a national park. Governor Adeleke further expressed gratitude to the National Park Service for facilitating the transition, emphasizing that this effort aligns with Osun State's broader climate change agenda, while he advocated for local community involvement through job opportunities and policy enforcement, aiming to ensure sustainable benefits for Osun indigenes.
Urge the National Park Service to prioritize the recruitment of qualified youth of Osun State as officers and men to operate the park. Local content is a state policy here in Osun State. The policy strengthens benefit for local communities and facilitates local ownership.
Earlier in his remarks, the Minister of Environment, Olarabi Lawal, who was represented by the Conservator General of the Nigerian National Park Service, Dr. Ibrahim Musa, praised Osun State foresight and commitment to conservation, noting that the upgrade of Oba Hills Forest Reserve complements similar initiatives across Nigeria, such as the recent handover of Adeja Wetland National Park in Jigawa State, among others. He added that the effort of the state government under the leadership of Governor Adeleke reflects Nigeria's alignment with global biodiversity targets and its dedication to sustainable development goals. The Conservator General further highlighted the socio-economic potential of the new national park, saying beyond biodiversity conservation, the park is expected to foster ecotourism, create jobs, and empower local communities through access to green funds, infrastructure development, and partnership with international organizations.
The park will establish the become an ecotourism hotspot for the sport, attracting visitors from far and wide, not only contributing to local development but the country's GDP. This presents an excellent opportunity to showcase the natural beauty and cultural diversity of the Nigerian landscape while generating economic opportunities to local communities. The potential for sustainable job creation, increased revenue, and community development should not be underestimated.
Also in his remarks, the State Commissioner for Environment, Mr. Mayowa Adejorin, said as the Oba Hills Forest Reserve transition into a national park, the collaboration between Osun State, the federal government, and local community symbolizes a shared commitment to environmental sustainability, adding that this historic handover not only preserves Nigeria's natural heritage, but also paves the way for a greener, more prosperous future for the state and the nation at large. Present at the gathering were the Deputy Governor, Prince Kola Adewusi, Oluwogu Oba Abdulrasheed Akobi, Daily the First, and other members of the State Executive Council, among others. It has been Oluwa Tobiloba Ojunuga reporting.
In another development, Osun State House of Assembly has called the Ministry of Environment and its agencies to make the state ecosystem friendly and environmentally habitable. Chairman House Committee on Finance and Appropriation, Honorable Olumide Fatumishi, made this call during the consideration of various ministries and agencies of government. Parliamentary reporter Oluwatosi Oladokun has the details.
In his remarks, the Chairman House Committee on Finance and Appropriation, Honorable Olumide Fatumishi, noted that the successes recorded in the state so far are the testament to the dedication, hard work, and vision of all those that are involved in reshaping the financial landscape. He stressed that the prudent financial management, strategic planning, and transparent budgetary processes have undoubtedly contributed to the prosperity and development of Osun State. Thereafter, the MDAs, one after the other, submitted their budget summaries vocally. The lawmakers and their contributions charged Osun Waste Management Agency, HOMA, to work more on cleaner environment to reduce pollution, curb illness, preserves the heart's natural resources, among others. Member of the State House Assembly tasked the agency to be more proactive on law enforcement for people of the state who dumps refuse indiscriminately. Addressing the Ministry of Environment and Sanitation, the lawmakers charged the team on afforestation gesture, saying access to open green space helps to reduce stress, depression, among others. The exercise had in attendance the Deputy Speaker of the House, Honorable Akinyode Oyewusi, Honorable Eliza Odenrewale, Tajudeen Adeyemi, Bamidele Lawal, Sikiru Badepade, Taofeek Olayiwola, Adesina Rabiu, Kashope Abolarin, Adekunle Oladimeji, Abiola Ibrahim, Lawrence Adeoti, Femi Popola, and Abiola Haweye. The appear ministries, including Ministry of Environment and Sanitation, Osun Emergency Management Agency, Osun Waste Management Agency, Osun Signage Auditing and Advertisement Agency, Osun Parks and Gardens Management, Office of Natural and Mineral Resources, and Osun Investment Promotion Agency. Oluwatosin Oladokun, OSBC News.
An Ekiti State Magistrate Court in Adeleke has sent lawyer and activist Lele Parotimi back to prison after the police vehemently opposed his application for bail, accusing him of intimidating witnesses. The magistrates adjourned till December 20 to rule on whether or not to admit Farotimi to bail following the stiff opposition by the police. The police are prosecuting Farotimi on the allegation that he defamed legal luminary and senior advocate of Nigeria, Are Afe Babalola. According to the police, the activist lawyer defamed Babalola in his book titled Nigeria and its Criminal Justice System. Following his arrest in Lagos State, the police took Farotimi to Ekiti State and arraigned him before the Adeleke Magistrate Court, where he pleaded not guilty to the charges. At the resumed hearing, the defense counsel, Taiwo Adeleke, urged the magistrate to admit his client to bail, noting that the offense against him is bailable and that the defendant is a lawyer with a fixed address with 25 years of blemished record, which his name is on the roll of legal practitioners of the Supreme Court and others. The defendant has undertaken to make himself available whenever his attention is needed, Adeleke said. Also, the Federal Capital Territory High Court, Maitama in Abuja, has ordered the remand of the immediate past governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, in the Kuje Correctional Center. Bello, alongside two others, Umar Oricha and Abdusalami Chudu, are standing trial on 16 counts bordering on criminal breach of trust and money laundering to the tune of 110.4 billion naira. Justice Marian Aneni sent the ex-governor to prison after rejecting his bail application, which he described as premature and unprocedural. The judge noted that while Bello was arraigned on November 27, he had filed an application for bail since November 22, while he adjourned further hearings in the case to January 29 and 30, 2025, suggesting that Bello will spend Christmas and New Year in prison. Delegates of Bank Directors Association of Nigeria, BIDAN, led by their chairman, Mustafa Chikie Obi, met with chairman of Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms Committee, Taiwo Yedele in Abuja, on the proposed tax reform bills, the Nigeria Tax Bill HB 1759, the Nigeria Tax Administration Bill 2024 HB, and their implications for the banking industry. Bank Directors Association of Nigeria commended the committee's commitment to addressing Nigeria's fiscal challenges. The association said the proposed reform is an opportunity to eliminate inefficiency and lay the groundwork for a more resilient and competitive economy. PKB reiterated Biden's commitment to policies that strengthen Nigeria's financial ecosystem. While there are no fundamental issues with the proposed reforms, it is imperative to ensure their implementation is inclusive and consider the nuances of the banking sector. You are welcome to our commercial segment. You're welcome back. The Vice Chancellor of Osun State University, Professor Clement Adeboye, has described the late Mrs. Abimbola Omololu-Molele as a towering figure whose contributions to the university's field of accountancy cannot be quantified, as the name remains synonymous with excellence, entrepreneurship, and dedication to the uplift of humanity. Professor Adeboye stated this at the 5th Candido da Rocha Annual Memorial Lecture. OSBC reporter Oluchi Amuda completes this time.
The 5th Candido da Rocha Annual Memorial Lecture held at the Olaguso Oyulola Auditorium of the main campus of the Osun State University has the theme Optimizing Intellectual Capital for a Robust Performance, a Dilemma for the 21st Century Firms. In his address of welcome, Vice Chancellor of Osun State University, Professor Clement Adeboye, stated that the Candido da Rocha Annual Memorial Lecture is an event that reflects the convergence of intellectual excellence, enduring philanthropy, and transformative discourse. Professor Adeboye described late Mrs. Abimbola Omololu-Molele as an extraordinary educationist, lawyer, and philanthropist par excellence, whose legacy of selfless service continued to inspire generations. He added that her monumental donation of 58 million naira to establish the Candido da Rocha Trust Fund, named in honor of her grandfather, has remained a catalyst for research, fellowship, and transformative initiatives in the field of accountancy.
As we celebrate our memory, we are one hour committed to the ideals that championed while alive. To the broader community and all these committed individuals here today, I encourage you to emulate this noble act of philanthropy. Investing in education is not just a contribution to an institution, it is an investment in the future, a legacy that will uplift generations yet to come.
In his lecture on the theme, Optimizing Intellectual Capital for a Robust Performance, a Dilemma for the 21st Century Firms, a professor of accountancy from the Faculty of Management Sciences, Lagos State University, Babatunde Yusuf, stated that as intellectual capital has emerged as a critical asset for organizations seeking to gain and sustain competitive edge, as it includes assets or capital such as employee skills and employee knowledge that can be converted into profit but not reflected on the financial statements of the firms. According to Professor Yusuf, Nigeria remains stagnant because of lack of innovation and inability to leverage on the power of technology. In her remarks, the chairperson of Education and Managing Director, Rovers and Company Limited, Mrs. Victoria Adrola Sampson, described the youth as the heartbeat of the nation, just as she encouraged them to make good use of the knowledge garnered from the lecture and be intentional in their resolve to positively turn around the fortune of the country. The event climaxed with the presentation of cash awards to Akibo Bola Badmus, who took the first position, Success Adeyemo, who came second, and Oluwadamilola Musibao, who took the third position. Oluchi and OSBC News.
You're welcome to our sports segment. Norwegian Football Federation said it will vote against FIFA's awarding of hosting rights for the 2030 and 2034 World Cups by acclamation, adding that it had formally criticized the process in a letter to the world governing body. A combined bid from Morocco, Spain and Portugal is the sole one for 2030, while Saudi Arabia is the low bidder for 2034. FIFA announced both bidders in October last year. Details are presented from our studios. Votes are due to be held at FIFA's virtual extraordinary Congress today to approve the 2030 and 2034 World Cups, although each has only a single bid, which are both expected to be confirmed by acclamation. Ahead of the Congress, the Norwegian Football Federation has expressed concerns on several occasions about FIFA's process for awarding the 2030 and 2034 World Cups. The NFF will formally criticize the bidding process in a letter to FIFA and request that this be recorded in the Congress minutes. The NFF cannot endorse a process it considers flawed and inconsistent with the principles of FIFA's own reforms. The board's assessment is that the process does not align with the principles of a sound and predictable governance system. By abstaining from acclamation, a deliberate signal has been sent to FIFA. However, FIFA announced in 2023 that Argentina, Uruguay, and Paraguay would host one match of the 2030 World Cup to mark the tournament's centenary, before the action moves to Morocco, Spain, and Portugal. Australia and Indonesia were in talks over a joint bid for the 2034 World Cup, but dropped out before Saudi was announced as the sole bidder. FIFA's own guidelines for human rights and due diligence have also been adequately integrated into the process, increasing the risk of human rights violations based on the mandate from the General Assembly in 2021. And coming from the foreign scene, dozens of people have been killed over 2 days in Sudan as fight between the army and the paramilitary group Rapid Support Forces intensifies. Details are presented from our studio. On a busy market in the town of Kabia, about 180 kilometers west of North Darfur's capital, El Fasher, currently surrounded by the RSF, killed more than 100 people and wounded hundreds, including women and children. according to rights group emergency lawyers. The army denied responsibility for the attack, insisting that it had the right to target any location used by the RSF for military purposes. The RSF aimed heavy artillery fire at an army-controlled sector of Omdurman, a city across the Nile from Khartoum that forms part of Sudan's wider capital, according to residents. According to state-aligned Khartoum Governor Ahmed Othman Hamza, who called the attack a massacre, attributing it to the terrorist militia, stated that at least 65 people have been killed and hundreds wounded. The medical source in Omdurman's Al-Naw Hospital, one of the last facilities receiving patients in the area, told the newsmen that the hospital received 15 of those killed in the attack on the bus, with another 7 dying later in the hospital. According to civil society, for General Coordination of Camps for the Displaced and Refugees, the RSF shelled famine-stricken Zamzam displacement camp in North Darfur, killing 5 people. The violence has killed tens of thousands, pushed 11 million people from their homes, and unleashed the world's biggest hunger crisis, according to the UN. Our report from the foreign scene will come to the end of the major report on OSBC TV. It was edited and delivered by Baba Tunde Fanaopo. Thank you for watching. Good night.